right, man. Welcome back to another edition of 123 Cowboy, man. Of course, I'm your host with the most, your boy Zeke, aka Fat Boy Season. This is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers edition. And if we're talking about the Bucks, we gotta bring in one of the only three Tampa Bay Bucks fans in the world, my dog, Dove. Holla at him, man.
Wow, man. Who is this? Me, my pops, and another dude I know from high school, man. It's just us three. We out here, man. Nah, but it's your boy Toph, man. Zeke, give your flowers, man. Thank you for putting me on. You know what I'm saying? Giving the fellas a space on Twitter. I'm looking forward to that coming up this season, man. And I appreciate the opportunity. Any opportunity I get to talk about the Buccaneers, I'm always ready, baby. So let's get into it, man.
Big facts, man. The season is literally right around the corner, man. I think the Hall of Fame game is Thursday. Like
Yep.
we basically there.
We here, man. We back.
The
It's
off
like
season is long. It takes too long, man. But when you hit like the end of July and August, it's up from there.
we here, man. I was just thinking about it earlier today. Actually, I was like, man, I don't think I'll be so locked into this Hall of Fame game. All the preseason games, low key, man. I want to see all the talent, all the guys. You know what I'm saying? All the young up and coming guys. So I'm looking forward to that, man. We got football back. I'm tired of acting like I like baseball. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's been getting boring. So, I'm glad to see the boys put the pads back on.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. So obviously, like I said, we're here to talk about the Tampa Bay Bucks. Last year, won the division again. I know you know how many years straight it is. I don't, but I know you know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Won the division again. Then you made it to the playoffs. Unfortunately, y'all got knocked out, I believe, in the first round.
Was it the first round?
I'm pretty sure it's the first round.
Man,
So
that's crazy, man.
looking looking back on your season from last year, how optimistic are you going into this year?
This season, man, I'm very optimistic, man. I think, obviously, anytime first round exit, it's disappointing, but like we say in the spaces, man, it's the week that's not promised. So, I'm appreciative to get that extra game. However, definitely didn't want to go out like that. I am glad the Commanders at least made the most out of opportunities in the playoffs, made it all the way to the NFC Championship. And I will say, you know, we looked a lot more competitive than the Detroit Lions. You know what I'm saying? So, and we played better defense than the Eagles did, even though they beat the doors off them boys. But nonetheless, it was disappointing, but the optimism is there, especially for Baker getting another year in the offense. Um, don't know what Todd Bowles got cooked up for us, man. We gonna see, man. We gonna see what Todd got cooking up there in that head of his, man. Um, but I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to seeing what the young guys are gonna bring to the offense this season with Bucky Irvin. I'm looking forward to seeing what Emeka Ibuka is gonna bring to the offense. How J Mac has developed. Maybe even get I'm really locked in for the preseason. I'm looking forward to seeing what not Jalen McMillan, Tez Johnson. I'm curious to see what
Yeah,
Tez Johnson
yeah.
is going to be if he's going to be a guy that's able to make rotation. I know he's short. Undersized guys are generally fast. He is not that. I think he ran a 40 times something similar to yours, if I remember reading that correctly. Uh, so I'm interested to see. I mean, because some guys just aren't good, combine runners. Some guys aren't just good
Right.
track form runners. Like some guys are just football quick. If I remember correctly, Jerry Rice wasn't that fast, but they couldn't catch him on the field. So,
That's true.
I'm curious to see what he can be, man. I'm not gonna lie, some of these injuries took a little wind out my sails. Worried about my dog Big T Worse. I want them to do everything they can to keep him on the sidelines. I'm sure Baker gonna be out there running for his life for the first couple weeks without my dog. Uh, but I hope they actually let him, rehab, heal, get right. Like, that's a guy that you can You see Trent Williams, he's still in the game, still one of the best tackles in the game. Like if you got a good tackle like that, you can keep them non-injured. They can play for a long time. You can build around him for a long time, and he's that kind of guy. So definitely want to see him healthy. Um, that David Walker injury yesterday took the wind out my sails, man, because I had high hopes for him. That was going to be one of my sleeper guys for the year, that I was going to force narratives on you guys about. He was our fourth round pick, kind of undersized to be an edge rusher, but super strong, super quick, tore his ACL, so he's out for the season. I mean, obviously, for especially for a rookie coming in, that I feel for him. That sucks. I feel for any rookie on any team, but especially my team. That really
Of
sucks for
course.
us. You know what I mean? So, um, but overall, the optimism is still there, especially when you play in a division that's so weak and watered down like mine. You always got a chance to, have some sort of moral victory at the end of the season. So, you know, I'm optimistic, man, to say the least.
Facts. Yeah, we had an injury today too. We lost a corner. I think he popped an Achilles. Yeah. Hey, the crazy
Young? Was
thing,
it was it a young?
yeah, this was he going to well, he's still young, but he was going into a contract year. Year four,
Oh
third round
man,
pick. So Martin Emerson. You remember his rookie year?
it was
Mike
Emerson.
Evans. Mike
Stop,
Evans, no
stop.
catches.
Hey man, come
Yeah,
on,
you
man.
know Martin Emerson. But yeah,
That
yeah,
hurt
he
me
popped.
so bad. I really hate that though, because he really got the makings of a dog.
Yeah, yeah. And the crazy thing is, like on YouTube where they like stream, they don't stream the practice, but they have people talking about the practice as they streaming it. And like I had just logged on, and they was like, "Oh man, somebody who's that? Who's that on the ground?" I said, "Oh, let me never
Oh
log on to this
man, as
motherfucker
soon as I cut it off, bro, like I know that feeling is tough, man.
I will never, I will never watch another live
Yeah.
stream again. But
So
yeah. So obviously, you go through a year and then you got to make some changes. So y'all had some changes. First and foremost, you had the whole saga with Liam Cohen, who ended up going to Jacksonville to be the head coach. So this would be what 3 straight years with I think a new OC.
yep.
Canales went to Carolina. Now Cohen left. So what's your confidence level that the offense can maintain this level of play, specifically the quarterback who Baker Mayfield, who's played very well over the last 2 seasons?
I think whenever I feel like okay, this is what I'm thinking, right? And you can tell me if I'm wrong. Any football guy with common sense, if you watch football and you know what's going on the last 5 seasons with Baker, if you saw him last season, you would say this is the most successful that he has been as an NFL quarterback was this past season. 4,500 yards, 45 touchdowns, had some interceptions, but I mean, with a gunslinger, that's what's going to come with it. You throw the ball a lot, it's a lot of opportunities to throw interceptions. Buccaneers, especially the last 7, 8 years, have been a just kind of gun it out type of team.
No, yeah.
Um, so if you're assessing that situation as an OC, you got to come in and already first of all, before I try to force my hand and we running my system and my thing, we're gonna implement the stuff that y'all are good at, that I see you excel at, and we're gonna take away the things that I see that are hurting us, that are not like if Baker's sitting back patting the ball for 5, 6 seconds. Appreciate the protection, but chances are that decision that's coming with that is not going to be a great one. We need to get the ball out quick, have good play designs, good schemes. Not taking away from the talent of Baker because he can cook something on the fly most of the time with his legs, but um, you want to design the play, you want to run the offense, you don't want to have to go off script all the time, and so um, implementing what we're good at and improving what we need to improve on is my expectations for the season. I personally plan on seeing more of the same. Now, Liam Cohen, I think a lot of people have given him the credit for the running game last season. I think drafting Bucky Irving helped with that substantially. Having a running back that can actually run the ball, get separation, drafting a couple linemen where we can actually, get in the block, get some pulls, get some some good run schemes going. I will give him credit for the run scheme, but the talent, we added the talent. So I expect the same level of running production from our team. I don't, I just think it's a common sense thing. I don't think you should come in like you see we're going in the right direction, and even though it's different OCs, I feel like Baker gave you something to build off of, and in my personal opinion. So I'm expecting good things on offense. I'm curious to see now that we have. I mean, everybody's talking about Ibuka like, hey, he can play. He excels in all three wide receiver positions on the field. You know, J Mac, a second round pick from last season at wide receiver. I want to say he had 5 touchdowns the last 6 games, something like that, to where he started to come into himself, and especially during the times when Mike Evans and Chris Godwin went out. And so I'm curious to see the dynamic of, are we going to try to force the pass a lot this season because we have the weapons? We got the receiver weapons. We got, of course, my GOAT, Mike Evans out there. Always got to pay attention to him. Hope Chris Godwin can come back and be who he's supposed to be. I know he's on the unable to perform list right now. So that's good for the young guys to go ahead and start get some chem together. But whenever we got, 4 guys that are starting receivers, I mean, we're not running the ball. You know what I mean? We're coming out in 4 wide sets. So I'm just curious to see how he's going to put it all together while also building off of what we had last season. That's what I personally am looking forward to and expect to see.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's a very interesting take. Obviously, like you said, y'all made a heavy investment in wide receiver over the last few years. Obviously, Mike, while still productive, is getting up there in age, and Chris Godwin got mismatched ankles at the moment. So, uh, so Booker in the first round was a surprise to me. Based on listening to you, I thought y'all was going defense. Um,
Man,
but
what?
but obviously, anytime you got a chance to really add a playmaker, if he's gonna, eventually or maybe right out the gate be like that type of guy, then it's definitely worth it. Um, and I think that's something. A couple of things. I think one thing with Baker, and I think it's not in coincidence that he had his best year when y'all were able to run the ball. Because his best years in Cleveland came Chubb and Hunt being able to run the ball and then playing off of that. So Bucky Irvin playing, coming in, being as productive as he was, correlates to helping the pass game. And then also, like I say, I made the heavy investment in pass catchers and weapons to try to make sure, like, hey, even if we lose, if God was not ready for the when the season starts, or when Mike inevitably has that hamstring pull that he has about every year, then y'all gonna be solid, with weapons, and y'all not down to bare bones, just throwing it to randoms off the street, kind of a deal. Um, so with that being said, I think y'all do still got a good chance for that offense to kind of produce and move forward. Um, and you touched on the run game a little bit. Do you think it's going to be like Bucky Irvin heavy, or is it going to be like 60-40, 70-30 kind of split with Rashad White? I don't know kind of how. I feel like towards the end of the season, it felt like Bucky was starting to take over that backfield, if not completely. But do you think Rashad White's still going to be a big part of that run game?
I your analysis was correct as far as Bucky Irving. He definitely took over, 70-75% of the carries. I will say that two things were at play. Bucky, I mean, he was putting together 150-yard games, down the stretch, which was great. But also, too, whenever Rashad White was getting his ample amount of opportunities, he just was fumbling. And like, the Cowboys game, like on prime time, another grown man ripped the ball out of your
Yeah,
arms. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah,
not even just like a punch out. Like he just straight up took it from you as you were falling. Like he was falling down. That was very impressive, But in the
yeah,
moment, it's like if what we trying to do as a team, what we're trying to build as far as the run game. That's a liability to us. We got a guy behind him that whenever he saw some second string carry minutes, he put up 140 something and multiple three touchdowns against the Saints. So I mean, when you know you got that kind of pressure in the locker room with you, you can't make those kind of mistakes. And I can't completely fault Liam or Todd or whoever was making that call for reducing his carries. But I think with a new season comes a fresh slate for everybody. I saw that a lot last season where guys that I thought weren't the most productive on the field as far as some of our third, fourth, fifth receivers that were making, errors and things the season before. I saw them still getting burned. I saw them getting ticked, and getting opportunities. So I expect him to get his opportunities. I expect us to have a two-back system for the most part, probably Bucky 60-40, if I had to say. Just because Bucky can do a lot of those things as far as, catching the ball and making plays. Actually, I feel like they're very similar. It's just Bucky is better with contact than Rashad White. I would say he's a little more finesse, but ultimately you can throw the ball to him. They can both make plays. So I don't think it's like a hey he's a third down guy or like I don't think we have that sort of dynamic in our running back room. Um, but I think it'll all be based around productivity. I think Bucky has separated himself as the one, but I don't look at Rashad White as the backup running back for this team. I look at him as another weapon, another playmaker, and I mean, it's the NFL, man. You don't want to run your one into the ground either, So you got to have a good balance of the two. So I foresee us, Rashad White, getting a good bit of carries this season.
10-4 makes sense. Moving on to the defensive side of the ball, where I know you have the utmost faith in your head coach. Um, Levante Davis getting up there in age. I think Antoine Winfield battled some injury last year, but before very productive. I know you guys added Hassan Reddick, who I think he missed a few games last year due to the holdout. It cost themselves some money. So what are your expectations for this defense moving forward that struggled at times last year?
Um, I wish I had like this big elaborate answer for you about how, oh yeah, this it's gonna look a lot like that Super Bowl defense of 2020. Like, I wish I had that for you, Z, but I don't. I don't know what this bald headed. Never mind. I don't know what Todd Bowles, our veteran coach, is gonna put together and put out there on wax, man. I'm not. I can't say that. I'll say this. I'm enthusiastic about some of the players versus our defense as a whole. I think we have playmakers. We got Tyke Smith from Georgia. Just caught a one-hand pick the other day in training camp. Earlier today, actually. And so we got like a guy like him, he was just hurt a lot last season, but when he's on the field, he's a playmaker, he's a difference maker. Antoine, when he's not hurt, he's in the game, he's a difference maker.
Oh,
Levante
tough.
is Levante. In my personal opinion, I might be biased. Top five most underrated linebackers of all time.
Okay,
Numerically, if you go
I
look his
respect that.
number, I would say like he's
I
up there
respect
as
that.
far as being underrated. I can't say like he's better than your Ray Lewis's. He's not better than the Brian Urlachers of the world. A lot
He's he's the London Fletcher of our generation.
correct. Yeah, we can say
I
that
respect that.
absolutely. Yeah, we can say that. And so Zion McCullum, another good corner, a good young corner that we had where it was a lot of times last season, it looked like he was the only corner that we had on the field. Like we was playing with eight niggas out there on the field. So um, I'm looking forward to seeing how the young guys develop. Again, the David Walker loss I was really counting on him and Hassan on the edges. I thought that could have been a real that could have been a real problem, man. Because I mean, you know what Hassan does, veteran edge rusher. Of course, the holdout. He didn't show up to some of the things we had done. I was a little concerned, like maybe maybe he got around and see what was going on in Todd Bowles' defense scheme. Was like, oh nah, I think I'm good. But um, overall, still got Big Vita holding it down. Got my boy, I forget his last name, Big Desmond, Big 450 on the front lines.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
big boy.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
actually
big
not
boy.
even letting him practice right now. He's still overweight. So even though he
I
done
got
lost 35 pounds, it's not enough.
I got a wonderful question.
What's up?
Why not let them practice and lose weight? I feel like that's the most, streamlined way to get in shape is to be out there in that Tampa Heat working out,
I
about getting
feel you.
reps.
Feel you on that. And that was my train of thought until I remember. And still that Tampa Heat. And
Mhm.
450 is 450, regardless of how, how you shape it up. 450 is 450. Um, so to me, I don't want to see my big dog passed out on the field. You know what I'm
That's fair.
saying? Might not
That's
make
fair.
it. He might not be in the athletic shape to keep up and put any good tape on film, to be honest with you, because if he's so concerned about the heat and et cetera down there, he not gonna be able to do nothing with, what I'm saying? He gonna look bad out there. So
Yeah.
I'd rather him not do that, but at the same time, you better be over there running some laps. I hope you're out
Trying
there, you know what I'm saying, on the side, chop them feet on the sideline, do something, brother.
to.
It's hot enough.
That's a fact. That's a
Do
fact.
something.
So moving into 2025, give me a player on offense and a player on defense that you're excited about.
Player on defense, I'm gonna say Tyke Smith, man, just because we play him all over the field. We play him at corner, we play him in the nickel, we play him at safety. So he can do it all. He's a player that has a nose for the ball, a nose for creating turnovers as far as forcing fumbles, catching interceptions. He is the guy that I am looking the most forward to watching play football. Upcoming, hopefully he can stay on the field. Drafting him, not we drafted him last year's draft. He was rookie last year out of Georgia. Kirby Smart, one of the better defensive minds, came from the greatest defensive
Facts.
mind in college. So I got high expectations, and and players that come from those systems have high expectations for themselves and for development, and they take the game serious.
Absolutely.
Now, the Georgia boys be drunk, drinking, and driving out there, but you know, from some of my sources, they say he's not that type of cat. So we got one of the
Okay.
good ones from Georgia, but
Facts.
um, yeah, I'm looking most forward to him. Offense, man, it's a no brainer. It's Baker, man. If
Jason
Baker's
Baker.
it Bake May, man, Bake May is balling. Everything else is going according to plan. You know, felt like this the thing. Like I could single out a weapon, but the reason why you go and draft a wide receiver in the second, the reason why you go and draft a wide receiver with the first, again, anybody that watches Baker Mayfield knows that he needs the talent around him.
Mhm.
Like those 4 games we went without Mike Evans, without Chris Godwin, Baker was doing all he could. Like it's hard to make a good meal with some bullshit ingredients. Like,
That's a fact.
boom.
That's a fact.
However, I feel like he tried his best to make the most out of it. He played to win. A lot of those games were winnable games. At the end of the day, I just feel like you need your playmakers, and if you ask Baker to do too much, that's when interceptions come. He throw it right at a nigga face mask, and you just wonder
Oh,
why. Like what? Like I never hate on a nigga for wanting to be a hero, but like you ain't saved the day. Like you actually just killed the whole city. Like you know what I'm saying?
oh,
Like
he
you're,
for sure gonna throw something that them niggas from the Little Giants could catch for sure.
you know what I'm saying? Like he
A
gonna throw it
thousand
right to
percent.
him, and
Yeah.
it's gonna like as soon as it leave his hand, the DB probably thinking, "Oh my God, wow! Like thank you so much. This is gonna look great in contract negotiations. Like I'm taking this bitch to the crib. Like you know
Crib.
what I mean? So, um, like I said, I could make it about weapons. I can make it about Bucky. I can make it about Tristan Wirfs. But at the end of the day, if bake don't go, we're cooked. Simple and plain. I don't know what John Wolford looked like. on the back. You know what I'm saying?
We seen him play about a half before he got folded up when he was in LA.
Man, come on. I'm locked in to them preseason games. I need to see what quarterback what we got because I mean it's the NFL, man. Like one bad play, it's season over with. And so
Uh,
and so I'm not looking forward, I'm not wishing that on them or whatever, but this whole thing is built around bait. And so, you know, we're getting good value with our contract. I know some people that's getting, not getting the value out their contracts that they feel like they should be getting. You know what I'm saying? I'm we got our
hey,
money's worth.
that's all about perspective. You talking about us or the players? That's the
But yeah, no,
yachts,
that's
man.
very true. That's very true. I'm sure Deshaun Watson feels great the career
Dog, I
every
put something in the
offseason.
chat, bro. You got to see it. That joke is funny. Go look at the evidence. But yeah, I think I'm excited for you guys to see year two Bucky. Because he's become like a cult favorite in like fantasy football circles. So at this point, I want to see him follow it up.
Hey man,
Obviously, it's always good when you get a good young back.
when somebody draft Bucky in the first round, that shit's gonna piss me off.
Oh, it's happening for
It's
sure.
gonna happen because that was
It's
my
gonna
sleeper
happen.
pick last season, man. Everybody was mad that I came up like that. But
Oh yeah.
what you saying, my fault?
Oh no, I was just saying like yeah, like I want to see if he's able to follow it up, and then essentially a full season of being the guy or being the lead dog in that backfield, the type of numbers that he's able to put up. And see what he can do, man. So last question, last but not least, man. Predictions. What's your predictions for the squad in 2025? I want a record and how far they make it in the playoffs if you project them to go to the playoffs.
Okay. I have two answers, right?
Okay.
Because I do consider myself the most unobjectively objective fan, that we got. I know it sounds crazy. Just walk with me.
Okay.
As a legitimate spectator and fan of football,
Okay.
now take a step back and look at my team. The floor should be 10 wins. I know
Okay.
it sounded a little crazy. The
It does,
floor,
but okay.
the floor should be 10 wins based off of the offense that we have. Yeah, we got a new offensive coordinator, but if you think about it, we didn't lose any major players. We
Thanks.
didn't any like major like free agents or anything where to the point where it's like Hassan Reddick, I feel like it's somebody we can just plug into a very bad edge rushing situation and he's gonna improve it. Pending he's on the field is not holding out for something stupid. Right? Offense, we just added wide receiver power. We was one of the best wide receiver groups in the league. You know what I'm saying? And so in, what was our record last season? 10-9? Was we 10 and
Uh,
9?
10-9. How many
10 and
games
9. I'm
we
sorry.
won?
10 and 7. My fault, man.
Did
We
y'all?
put we was 10 and 8 if you count that playoff game. That's unfortunate. 10 and 7.
Let's see.
It's just being a Buccaneers fan,
10
I'm
and
used to
7.
having
10
nine
and 7.
losses. Okay, 10 and 7. That's what I'm saying. The floor should be bare minimum, at least what we got last season and being able to build off of that. That's pending no injuries. Everything is sunshine, daisies, roses.
Right.
As a fan, I see us winning 13 games.
That's crazy.
13 and 4. And I know you saying like that's crazy. If you go back and look at the games that we lost last season,
Mm-hmm.
excluding excluding the Broncos game, we lost multiple overtime games. We lost
Mm-hmm.
games by field goals at the end of the game.
Right.
We lost. How many one possession losses did we have that you're looking at right now? Because I know you're ready to hit me with this. You ready to hit me
I don't
with
know.
the
I'm looking
bullet?
at the new. I'm looking at the new schedule. I don't know. Let me give me a second. I guess, man. All right. So last year, where we starting at? Cool. So they got all these seasons lumped together. All right, cool. So y'all beat the Commanders. You see how many one score games
How
y'all
many?
lost?
How many one possession games did we lose?
Okay, Falcons, Chiefs, Niners, Cowboys in the playoff game.
That's 6 one possession losses for a 10-win team.
I mean, it
So,
kind of
and
works
now,
that way, no?
I mean, sometimes, but also, I remember a time when James Winston was my quarterback and we had multiple losses. We had 6 different games where we lost by one possession, and my quarterback threw 2 pick-sixes. It's a different. I feel like now with the weapons around him, with the poise that Baker's putting together, he's gonna finish some of them games.
Here's the thing. In that way, Baker's the same guy. Baker's a really good player from 15 on the clock in the first to 2 minutes on the clock in the fourth. Like he's fantastic. My biggest my biggest qualm with him is that he doesn't finish games. Like if you need a drive, very rarely is he able to do so. So rare that I remember probably everyone in Cleveland. And the main one is the one versus Cincy, the 5 touchdown game in 2020 in Cincy, back shoulder throw, Donovan Peoples Jones in the corner, that he may have pushed off on. Um, but then I do remember Green Bay when you ruined Christmas. He threw a pick on a slant that didn't make sense. I remember um, the Monday Night Football game against the Ravens where Lamar Jackson came out from taking a shit, threw a touchdown. We got the ball back, couldn't make it work. I remember the Sunday Night Football game where Lamar Jackson threw 4 picks. 4 picks. We had the all whites on and we still lost. And we had a chance at the end of the game to win that. And I think like the fourth down play or the third down play was like a swing pass to Kareem Hunt. It was like third and 10, fourth and 10, something simple like that. Um, so that's kind of more so who he is. He's not like a clutch performer. He's capable of doing it. But for y'all, I think I looked at it. You say y'all lost 6 possession games. I think y'all won 2. So so that's like a 200 win
Oh my
percentage
God,
in
Jesus
one
Christ!
possession games, and that feels about on par with Baker Mayfield.
Wow, that 2 wins in one possession games really hurt. I didn't know that.
I mean, but
Also,
I mean, hey, that means I was whooping ass. I mean,
which is great. When we win, we win,
yeah,
which is great.
yeah.
We played a first place schedule these last 4 years too, so it's not like every season we just lucking up on the scrubs. However,
Like, granted, y'all beat a lot of scrubs. Yeah, yeah,
we
no,
do,
y'all beat a couple good teams. Y'all
we got,
beat the
yeah,
Commanders. Y'all beat the Lions. Y'all beat the Eagles. Y'all beat some good teams. Let me take that back.
and I feel,
Chargers. I beat the shit out of the Chargers.
yeah, nah, we thracks them,
Yeah, y'all some good win.
and so, however, 3 of those games that you named were the games when Chris Godwins and Mike Evans weren't playing.
Right.
And that's 3 one possession games where you don't got your 2 best playmakers. And
Right.
so you're right. It could absolutely also go remain and stay the same and go the other way. Baker just can't close, you know. Um, but I feel like too the way that the offense is constructed this year, we should keep him out of those situations. We should have the ball up late and we just need a couple clutch first downs. Like, let's put them in that
Mm.
scenario instead of, hey Baker,
Yeah.
we really need some points right now. 7 points specifically. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like a lot of them games, hell, we needed 3. Couldn't get them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I mean, especially like you specifically could tell me better than anybody, what I possibly could expect when it comes to that. I just feel like Baker hasn't shown me any like last year's playoff game. I don't feel like that was on Baker. Did he turn the ball over one time? Yes, he did. But do I feel like there's a reason we lost the game? Absolutely not. Defense could not. Them niggas couldn't tackle me that night, nigga. They couldn't stop me from getting a first down. Zach Ertz looked like Gronk against us. Jay McDaniels, that boy special. That boy is special too now. But
Hey, you was one of the first, man.
13-4 is what I see for us. In a perfect world, 13-4. In an absolutely disaster scenario,
Mm-hmm.
6-11. So, whenever you're looking at this later, like you write down my prediction, I need you to write down all 3 answers.
You started with 2.
I started with 2 what? With 2 different answers? Yeah. I'm not gonna
It's like
lie.
I got 2. I got 2.
Listen,
And I was like, I got 3. Now it's like, hey, it can be.
hey, look, your breakdown spoke to the objective fan in me where I'm like, damn,
Got you.
Zeke is
Got
right. He could definitely turn this bitch over. He fumbled the ball a lot last season too. Now, granted, he didn't
He
lose a
always
lot of
fumbled.
fumbles,
He fumbled. He fumbled.
but he
He fumbled.
fumbled a lot.
Yeah.
So, also too, I feel like, as long as our division remains terrible, we're fine. You know, as long as the Falcons still suck, the Saints are still gonna suck. Shout out my dog Bryce, but hopefully they still suck too. We'll be all right. We got a lot of room for error in the NFC South. But now who does not have room for error is that anybody in the AFC North. Your team ain't got no room for error, man. Y'all just vibing out there.
Oh, we've been vibing, though. We ain't worried about this season. we not trying to win.
Hey, listen, I'll tell you, I'm looking forward to the time where you tell me, all right, man, we're done rebuilding, y'all. It's time to get some wins, y'all.
Hey, that's the thing. We were done rebuilding, and then niggas lose their powers to the damn Monstars. We we were um random. I've never seen a team play a team in the preseason and the regular season.
Who we got?
Buffalo in both, which is insane. I've never seen that before. Yeah,
Yeah,
them
nah,
schedules running
that
out.
that is kind of weird. And what's crazy? We probably gonna beat the brakes off them boys in the preseason,
Preseason.
but
Mhm.
they are one of my 4 losses actually.
It's in Buffalo too in November.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. We're
Mhm.
we're cooked in that cold up there, brother. That's over with. I'm gonna
Mhm.
be real. Like I said, I'm objective. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, based on this just general scan, I see about 10 wins.
Okay.
I see about 10 again.
So I know you said when I first told you the floor is 10, you was like, but like, is that like the best case scenario for you?
I think best case scenario is like 11. And
I'm
that's just
not
like, hey, Baker's good again. The defense is better. We're not like losing to like y'all ain't losing some stupid y'all ain't getting swept by the Falcons again, kind of thing. You know, like for some reason y'all sweep the Falcons this year. It's like okay, y'all might get to it. But I also do think Atlanta's gonna be better this year.
I do too, man. Keep between me and you, man. I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried
Yeah,
about them boy. Michael Penix, it looked a little different when he was playing. Now he did if he
it
would have
looked a
had
little
more
different.
time, if they would have made
Mm-hmm.
that call sooner,
Now he
we
got a little
might
off season.
we might
Yeah.
not have been playing, you know what I'm saying? We might not have had no playoff game to play, just to say the least.
He got some potential now, for sure. Yes, I think 10. I think 10, 11. But then y'all always it's the style. Fuck around and go like 8 or 9. Still might win the division, but yeah, it can go either way, man. I think, like you said, I think talent wise, offensively, probably got the most talent. I think the only team close in the division is Atlanta. It's really just how well the quarterback plays. But y'all got more weapons at receiver for sure. Like I said, the defense is going to be probably one of the major questions. And then, yeah, like the schedule, obviously it's the first place schedule, but it ain't too crazy. It looked like y'all played NFC West and the AFC East. Looks like, yeah,
Yeah.
AFC East. Like you could be playing worse team. I mean, you could be playing better division. So it's not all that bad. I think y'all gonna be somewhere right in there. But I also do project that y'all make it to the playoffs, probably losing pretty early. Well, the ceiling is the roof, or whatever Michael Jordan said. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. I mean, I felt you. It felt like it felt objective until you said that about the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like it felt like I was like, okay, I can accept that analysis until
because
that
you
part.
because you know what happens in the playoffs, most score game.
That boy Baker whole body just be tensed up, man. Just be scared, just puckered up, man. He don't know what to do. Goddamn, just tight, nigga. Just
They call that the lemon booty.
the lemon butt. That's what it
Yeah.
is. That's exactly what it is, man. Like, and I think if we could put him in a scenario where, like, man, like we just need Baker to get comfortable. Like when Baker's uncomfortable, it's over with for us. But if we can keep Baker comfortable, like we could. Hey, my goal
Hey
for my
man,
team is to be one of those teams you don't want to see in the playoffs.
facts,
Right
facts,
now,
and
based off of last season, I could see teams wanting to like I could see teams wanting to cherry pick to get to us. Be
yeah,
like, all right, yeah, all right, shoot. Oh, so we win this game, we did see, but we win this game, we lose, we play the Bucks. Bet. Say no more.
yeah,
Because you're gonna take your chances with playoff Baker. Like shit, me personally, I didn't want to see the Commanders. The Commanders was the team I did not want to see.
right.
Especially having us, we was Jaden Daniels' first game. Like I knew it was gonna be some shit. I knew it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like he came a long way. So I desire to be that team. I think that could be our identity this season where we could come out and win 13, 14 games and nobody's gonna respect us. At the end of the day, because it's like, hey, what them playoffs gonna do though? And like at the end of the day, if we that team don't nobody want to see, because I don't really think Tampa is the type of environment. With all due respect to all my Tampa fans, like niggas ain't like, oh yeah, y'all got to go through Raymond James. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't
No,
nobody said. I ain't never heard nobody say that about
yeah,
Raymond
the boat,
James.
the boat got a hole in it.
Yo, are you good? Like, the boat was very nice, actually. I just sent. I just sent. Was looking at my pictures the other day for the of when I went to the Buccaneers game, and the boat was very nice, very beautiful stadium, awesome
Yeah.
hospitality,
Mm-hmm.
nice environment. But overall, did I feel like I'd be scared to play there? No. The weather was amazing. Like it's a lot of perks for the other team to playing in Tampa.
Yeah, as soon as you step on the field, they start playing that Jack Sparrow music.
Nah, listen, what made me mad is that I heard it. You know what I mean? Like I heard it, swords clanking and shit. Like man, if y'all don't go on with this, but hey, we got pirates and shit, man. So we gotta stay true to our identity. I'm gonna stick beside them. You
Yeah,
feel me? Like that's my team, but
yeah.
you know.
We got the dog to play on. Y'all got motherfuckers dressed up like the motherfucker that tried to kill the Little Mermaid.
Hey,
You
listen,
know
man. Let
what I
me ask you a
mean?
question. You think, you know what I'm saying? Niggas get older, money get a little secure. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We got it like that. Do you see yourself ever like showing up to every Browns home game in a full costume, bro?
Fuck no. Nah, he's like, you know why? Because you got to go home looking stupid.
You looking,
The lie, you done got at your ass whooped.
hey,
Now you an orange stormtrooper walking home. Man, please, that's like a long ass. Where they at right now? That's a long ass walk from the damn stadium back to your little car.
oh
Man, you out
yeah.
there looking stupid.
Hey, listen, man. That was about a mile and a half walk to our parking spot after the Ravens beat the dog shit out of us on Monday Night Football. That's my first time in a Buccaneers game, and they just absorbed my little damn trip. Man, that walk back in them uncomfortable ass Jordans I had on, man, I was ready to fight, man. Niggas running
Hey,
around, yeah, Lamar Jackson. And like for in that moment, just that one moment in time, because I love Lamar. I love to see Lamar shine. They hold my dog Lamar on that MVP last season, you
definitely.
know. But that moment I hated that nigga for sure. Just for that night. You know what I'm saying? Like all the Ravens fans was smiling ear to ear, and he was back home near his home in Florida. So all the niggas with them dirty ass wicks was out. You know what I mean? Like hey,
Hey,
that sucked. It would really sucked if I had a body full of red paint that I had to go
exactly.
wash off. I would have really
And
felt like a jackass.
And that's why I was forever fuck the Ravens, man. Because my first home Cleveland Browns game, we got our ass whipped by the Ravens too. Same thing, man. Hey, look, long ass walk back. Hey, you passing the motherfuckers selling the bootleg gear. Niggas is barking for no reason. And then you got some random ass Ravens fans there. And then you keep walking. It's like some cheerleaders from a random high school trying to raise money. I kick their bucket over, like, fuck out my face. Man, nobody got time for that, man. Hey,
You
it look not
remember that episode?
imagine that, and I'm just like a dog at the game. Like, come on, man. Like, come on. Why would I do
Well,
that?
Phil, the irritation level has to be through the roof. Like,
All time around.
if I ever go to an NFL game and my team win, I'm for sure not fucking with nigga that's dressed in a full outfit. Like, he'll beat your ass right now.
1,000%. He
Cause
pissed.
I know he feel goofy than a hoe.
Goofy as hell.
like man, that's a crazy.
He
Hey, that's
goofy
crazy. Yeah,
as
now that you
hell.
say it like that, man, like I can't risk it, man. I can't risk that level of like male fragility.
Mm-mm.
You know what I
That
mean? No. So I'm with you on that.
1,000%, man. But man, I appreciate you for joining, man. Fantastic conversation about the
So
Tampa Bay Buccaneers and what we think they're gonna do. I'm obviously Zeke. You can find me some variation of Fat Boy Season everywhere, man. Toph, let them know where they can find you.
it's your boy Topherache, man. Topherache. Every platform, man. Follow me, man. I be trying to get my jokes off and shit. You know what I mean? A little more sports analysis coming this year. Some good jokes, some good humor tied in. So I'm gonna be hollering at you, Zeke, if you want to, collaborate on something, man. I fuck with everything you're doing, man. I've been supporter of the movement for a minute. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to this season, man. Can't wait to lose money gambling again. It's gonna be great, man. We back, man. We back. $1 bets going up. All
Hey, hey, if you ever need a play on a budget, Toph is your guy. You might mess around, turn one into 1 million or whatever it needs to be, man. Because the parlay, it might be a strenuous, a lengthy one, but at the same time, it might hit. It
shit.
might hit. You know what I
Matter
mean?
of
Long
fact, I
shots
got a
ain't
free
safe.
one for y'all. Free one for y'all right now this season, man. Baker Mayfield 50 touchdowns. 50 Cent gonna pay out $2.7 million. So so tap in, y'all. But nah, for
Shit, I
real,
got
man. I
one better.
appreciate you, Z.
I got one better, man. Deshaun Watson, 10 touchdowns. Pay out $52 million, dog. Hey, $10 give you 52 million today, nigga.
Oh
Today.
shit. That's funny as hell,
Well,
man.
man, we appreciate you being on, man.
For
Y'all
sure.
already know what it is, man. Y'all take it easy.